BroadwayCon. We're at the party line. Hands up if you know what the party line is. Okay.
Who was here for the first Blizzard party line?
That's its official name, the Blizzard party line. Because year one, because of the blizzard, because of the trains shutting down, we had to change literally everything. And we had to make up 6 hours of new programming on this stage. And one of the things we said is, you know what we can do is we can call people who can't come in. And so now that will forever live in infamy as the Blizzard party line. I am Melissa. I'm the CEO of Mischief Management, which runs BroadwayCon.
I'm David. I'm the artistic director of BroadwayCon.
I'm Jennifer Tepper. I'm the creative director of 54 Below and producer of Be More Chill.
Hi, I'm Patrick Hines. I'm formerly of Theater People Podcast and Broadway Backstory, and currently of True Crime Obsessed.
Patrick's a very fancy podcaster, y'all.
Is that
All right, so we're just going to call some people. We're not going to tell you who ahead of time. You guys, you all tend to guess. Can you?
It's going to be my mother, so don't get too excited.
Or one of our therapists. It's
Right.
fine. It's fine. What'd you say?
Am I allowed to give a clue?
Yeah, do
Okay.
it.
These two people were both on Broadway, co-starred in a musical in the 2000s that played the Minskoff. I'm making it really nerdy already. So get ready. I don't want to give you an obvious
What was
clue.
the show that was there right before the show they were in?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. That was a Frank Wildhorn show. They weren't in the Frank Wildhorn.
Okay, got it. Okay.
It's not all going to be this deep, don't worry. How was everyone's stay at BroadwayCon?
Was anyone just at that 6 sing-along?
You guys, that was incredible.
It was nuts. I was walking around it thinking, this is like the very soul of BroadwayCon.
It was my first ever sing-along.
Really?
I brought my daughter.
Aw.
I know.
Did she enjoy it?
She kind of did. She's here. She's up in the balcons. She like, it's her bath time music. 6 is what we play when she gets into the bath. So at first she was a little pouty, but then she was like, oh, I know this.
She didn't have to take a bath.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It always takes a second.
That's okay.
Vamp. We're good at vamping here at BroadwayCon.
Jen Tepper, what's happening at 54 Below that's super exciting?
That's an interesting question, and you're going to see why as soon as this person picks up the phone. There's so much good stuff happening at 54 Below. You know, we do 18 shows a week, so there's never a dull moment. There's always tons of Broadway artists coming up. And yeah, there's
18 shows a week?
18 shows a week.
Can you tell me one really interesting thing about James Lapine?
Oh, wow, that's really specific.
Huh?
James Lapine. God. I wish I could just pull out a really good James Lapine story.
Can I tell one? That's not why I asked you, but I have one. When we were doing the Broadway Backstory episode of Spelling Bee, I was desperately trying to find him, and I don't know anybody. So it was out in the world, and I got an email one day. It just said, James Lapine, and it only had a subject line. It says, I hear you're looking for me. No contact information, but he invited us over. We went over to what I think is his office, which is in an apartment, and we went in, and he literally did it's James Lapine, and we get to the door, and he opens it, and he's on the phone, and didn't say, he just turned and walked away. So we walked in and sat on the couch, and we just sat there very nervously. And we were trying to not touch, because there's pictures and books and stuff everywhere. And we were trying not to touch anything. And after 5 minutes, he comes out still on the phone, trying to change a flight. And he comes out and he's like, are you guys okay? We're we're trying not to touch anything. And he's like, touch anything. And we sprang off the couch to just open his books and look at his photo albums.
What did you find in there? What's one interesting thing you found in there?
Oh, God. I can't remember. I mean, there was lots of pictures. There was lots of receipts. He keeps his receipts, you guys. That man is organized.
That is goals. I try.
I know.
Every organizational tool in the book.
I know. I have a husband for that. He really is so good at that. Are we vamping? Should I tell more stories? We're vamping. Does anybody have any questions? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we allowed?
I don't know if you can tell by my face. That is awfully good.
Yes, we are calling Andy, Carl, and Orphe. That is correct.
I want to know who heard these two people were at the Minskoff and got that.
Well, they have their phones, but I'm sure you guessed it without your phone. They were in Saturday Night Fever at the Minskoff right after Skylar Pimpernel, I believe.
We'll get there. We're gonna have to jump around a
It's
little.
out of order, but maybe they're just busy, drinking.
Ghosting us, y'all.
We do have someone ready.
Oh my
Do
goodness.
voice first. Do voice
We'll
first.
do voice
I guess they can
first.
see it now.
Let me
Can
just.
they? No, they cannot. Do voice first. Say hello. Hey, say hello to
You say hello.
everybody
Can
at
you hear
BroadwayCon.
us?
Hello, I can hear you. Yeah.
Do we have a guess?
Should I be horizontal?
What?
Should I be horizontal?
It's good what you did. We're trying to guess who you are based on your voice.
Oh, you want me to keep talking?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
It's so distinctive, you guys.
I know. This is what I think.
Hi,
Yes,
guys.
I heard it,
Ask
I
me
heard it.
questions.
Can we
Put
hear
her up.
No.
No.
I heard it. Somebody said it.
Somebody said it.
It's Laura Osnes.
It's our friend Laura Osnes. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Laura Osnes, where are you right now? What are you doing?
I am in Connecticut at the lake house. I just got back from Arizona. I flew back from Arizona today, early this morning, and my husband picked me up at the airport and drove us here. So yeah, it's good.
Who was the weirdest person on your flight? These are the things
Well,
we
I
want
was
to know.
gonna say Seth Rudetsky because Seth and I flew back together, but we didn't sit next to each other.
It's a great answer.
Laura Osnes, you were the first person I ever interviewed ever in my life. It's Patrick. I don't know if you can see me. Hi.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh yeah, hi Patrick.
How are you? How are you so beautiful in
I'm
that
so
light?
good.
It kills me.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding. I'm like, this is just like the blind, like my background of my, I'm like, do I need a white backdrop? I'm like trying to figure out what's working best,
Wait.
where I can be lit.
Can I ask you about Hallmark Christmas movies?
Yes.
Have we lost you forever?
I mean, I hope not. No, I just, there's not really anything that's perfect for me on Broadway right now. So I've actually,
Excuse me,
I felt
everything is
so-
perfect for you on Broadway right now.
I love you. I love you all. But I've actually been so grateful to kind of break into the TV film thing and the Hallmark family, and everybody's been so sweet and welcoming. And I feel like I have a new feather in my cap because I've gotten to kind of do that experience, and it was joyous. Like, I want to do more of them, absolutely, but Broadway has not lost me forever.
Are they letting you sing in these movies? Are they? I don't know. Are they letting you sing in these movies? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Making
sing.
sure
I
the
sing in
world is
both of
correct.
them.
Wait, can I ask you, what season did you film those?
Okay, good question. So I did one that was released in August, and it was a wedding movie, and we filmed it in April and May,
Uh-huh.
and it came out in August. And then for this Christmas one that came out early December, we filmed it mid-September to early October.
Oh, that's still, I always imagine that like people record their holiday albums or make their Christmas movies like in the dead of summer, and that it's really weird.
I think some of them do. I know a lot of the Hallmark movies for Christmas, because they have 50 Christmas movies every Christmas.
I know. It's
So they are creating content like
and still
nobody's
not
business.
enough. We need 50
And
more.
I think some of them are in summer and they're wearing winter coats and sweating. But it was perfect because it wasn't too cold. Like, my toes were never frozen. And yet it felt good to have like a jacket on. But they're like shipping in fake snow and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
It's fun.
Okay, I have a Broadway question. So we have a lot of fans of
Okay.
Broadway Princess Party fans here. Yes. Woo.
Yay!
What's a song?
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. What's a song that you have not sung yet at Broadway Princess Party, but that you would love to someday?
Oh, that's such a sweet question. Let's see. What song am I always like jealous of? Do you know what? I kind of wish I could do something from Beauty and the Beast, but like Susan has to sing Beauty and the Beast stuff, right? I think that's mainly it. I would probably love to do like Home. But other than that, like I get to do like the Tangled song. I often get to do the Anastasia song. The Cinderella stuff is great. I also love A Whole New World because that's actually, I met my husband doing a production of Aladdin, and also Courtney always gets to sing Whole New World. But I sing Whole New World in concerts that I do by myself, so I have gotten to sing it. But yeah. I would say probably the Belle stuff, but like Susan is Belle. You know what I mean?
Every time I talk to you, I have to ask you 85 questions about Bonnie and Clyde. Because Bonnie and Clyde, I don't know. What else is there? What do we need to know about Bonnie and Clyde? I feel like I've asked you every single question about it.
I know.
Well, what do they want to know?
Yeah, what do you guys want to know about Bonnie and Clyde? You guys, it doesn't work like that.
What was
I know that there were some very funny bloopers, on-stage bloopers during Bonnie and Clyde. Do you have a favorite blooper story you want to share with us?
Okay, two came to my mind immediately, and they're very different. One was, I remember there was one time I'm like taking Jeremy's vest off in a song, and his elbow got like stuck, and he like wrenched his elbow to get it out, to get the vest off, and clocked me in the lip. And my lip immediately, I remember, like, started swelling, bleeding, and we're like still like finishing the song, and I was like, I think I'm bleeding. He's like, you're fine, you're fine. And then, like,
Everyone's like, Jeremy Jordan punched you in the face. You're so lucky. Everyone.
Exactly. I'm like, at least I'm still alive. But I definitely like tasted blood, and then it was like, oh, it's so in character. No, but I ran to a quick change, and then my dresser was like, what happened? Your lip is purple and big. And I was like, oh no. And it was like big for 4 days, but then it was fine. And then the second one I'm remembering is there was a day that there's like a general store scene, and a can of soup or whatever it was supposed to be like fell off the shelf and started rolling, and we had a raked stage. So the can was just like rolling down in the middle of the scene. And I remember watching it going, like Laura would have just let it go. And I was like, it's going to go into the pit, and then it's going to like ignore the problem. It's going to roll away. And Jeremy, like, animal instinct, like grabbed the can and hit it underneath the pillow that was on the couch, like in the blink of an eye. And I was like, oh, I remember being so impressed, because I was just like, ignore the problem, let it roll, and he was like, fix the problem. And yeah, I learned that day that I can be a fix the problem actor, not just an ignore the problem actor.
I was thinking about one of my favorite interviews I got to do with you is, right, are we done? Do we have more time? Oh, good. Okay. I didn't know what was happening. After a performance of Bandstand, and you were so kind, you had me.
You guys, I love you.
I know. Bandstand, right? I think I saw it 4 times. I was obsessed. But you invited me to your dressing room for the interview, and I remember your energy was like so high, and you were still kind of like in your wig, and your makeup was still on, and you were just like sort of buzzing. And I was like, can you talk a little bit about like that after show and like coming right off stage energy? Like, what does that feel like after doing a show like Bandstand?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really special. I'm glad I was in good spirits that day.
It was amazing.
You know, there is something really special, and I think that show in particular was a very rewarding one to get to do every night, to get to go on that journey and go to the emotional highs and lows that Julia and Donnie had to go through. And the show did end on a high note. Like we had like a mega mix at the end with like a dance break, and the show was always like, we always came off, you know, celebrating that we like, whoo, we did that, and we finished on a joyful note. So yeah, there's something, I think that's an element of like why I do this. It's like, we love what we do, and like once you walk off the stage, that's like kind of the best part, because you're like, wait, the work is over, but I'm still on that high. It's like we love to do this, but there are days that it's like you're so tired and it's so hard, but you're like, we're gonna push on. And the minute you set foot on stage, adrenaline just takes over, and you remember, you know, why you love doing it, but you're still like, I have the whole show to get through. And then once it's over, you're like, oh, we did that. Yes. Like there's this celebratory thing that it's like, oh yay, now I get to go like eat my nachos, as well as we just like made an impact on a lot of people and told a very a very powerful story, and it was so fulfilling and fun with people I love. You know, it's really a gift that we get to do what we love, and yeah, it's awesome.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Laura Osnes.
You guys, you're so welcome. That was so quick and awesome. Way to go, BroadwayCon. I hope you're all having a great time.
Here, come in closer.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah, that's better. I was like trying to figure out how to like finagle it.
Did anyone see earlier? I was going to tell Laura she was done very much proud by the BroadwayCon Star to Be winner who sang her song from Bandstand and was amazing today. Who saw that? Anyone? Yeah.
Star to Be is literally my favorite thing that happens all weekend.
It was so
every
amazing.
year.
I was so blown away by everybody.
So we haven't heard back from 54 Below. We're working on it. But in the meantime, a dear friend of ours sent a video from very far away.
Wow.
But she wants to be here and sends all of her love. So we're going to play that video for you.
Hey, BroadwayCon, what's up? It's Jen Kalila coming to you from Bali. I miss you guys so much. The only thing that could keep me from being there is being here. Check it out. What? It's beautiful here, but I've been thinking about you all so much, and I miss you, and I love you. Take good care of yourselves, good care of each other, and have a blast this year at BroadwayCon. I'll see you next year.
We love Jen.
There are people that have become very near and dear to the heart of BroadwayCon from that first year on, and Jen is definitely one of those people. Though I will say, I didn't know who could step in her shoes for Family Feud, and Rob McClure killed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god!
You know what they say? Rob McClure is the new Jen Kalila.
Yes, yes. Great. So we're going to move forward and call this next friend.
I kind of like this person.
Yeah, I think you do. I really do. So
I feel okay about them. That's a hint.
let me just. Oh. Try this. It does. Oh, great. We got a sorry, try again text.
New number. Who dis?
Great.
Hi.
Hi.
Anyone?
We have screaming.
Does anyone know who that is? Can you hear?
We guessed it.
I love BroadwayCon.
BroadwayCon loves you.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm not there in person.
Hello. Where are you right now?
I'm in my apartment in Los Angeles. I went to a Korean grocery store because I was watching YouTube videos of something. I'm gonna slaughter this pronunciation, but it's called tteokbokki. And it's like a rice cake noodle that they put in like a spicy tomato sauce. Anyway, I've been watching YouTube videos about it for the last 2 nights, and I've been waking up in the mornings like craving it. So I just went and I got some,
Wait,
and it was delicious.
I wasn't gonna bring this up this early, but did you get any of your favorite food when you were at the market? Tomatoes?
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure tomatoes are technically in that recipe. So I did have some tomatoes.
We never said it out loud, just in case some people don't know. This is George Salazar, most recently of Be More Chill, Tony nominee. Yes? No.
Nope.
Crap. I'm
Nope.
still mad about it. That's why I said it as the words were coming out of my mouth. I was like, Melissa, take it back, take it back. But you deserved to be, so there.
Oh, thank you.
Tony nominee in our hearts. I don't know if you guys know this, but George and I like to start rumors about each other online. So I started a big rumor that he loves tomatoes, and he started a big rumor that I love wedgies. It's all very fun. But he gets, a lot of tomato posts now. George, everyone at the Be More Chill meetup missed you so much. Can you give a special shout out to the Be More Chill fans from the meetup?
Of course. Hi, Be More Chill fans. I'm so happy that the Be More Chill meetup lives on. It makes me very, very happy. And I really wish I was there because I had a blast at the meetup last year.
Wait, what is the backstory of the Jen Tepper, George Salazar BFF situation?
I'll tell it. I have a habit of going live on Instagram without telling people, and I went
This
I
is the
went
origin
live.
of the tomato story, actually. But
This is the origin of the tomato story. I was live at Barrington stage, and I was like, "Say hi, Jen," and Jen was like, "Hi! Oh my God, you guys! George Salazar loves tomatoes. If you ever see him in a show, you should bring him like a bag of tomatoes to the stage door." I don't like tomatoes, but she started this rumor. And like within like hours, there were like 30 fan accounts that were photoshopping pictures of tomatoes onto photos of me, and then like they started putting Jen's face on tomatoes. It's great. I love the internet. Sometimes it can be a scary place, but sometimes it can be, tomatoey.
Do you guys know George recently did an amazing run as Seymour in a production of Little Shop? And I have to shout this out because this actually is a little bit of our friend origin story. But George and I did the 2011 Godspell revival together, which was when we met. But when he was cast, I realized that he played Seymour when I was at a high school theater competition in Florida, and I tried really hard to see this production when I was 17 years old, and he was 17 years old, and I couldn't get in. And I would have seen George Salazar as Seymour when we were both teenagers. So that was our if-then moment. But luckily, we met doing Godspell. So, George, what's going on in LA right now? What's like the latest and greatest?
I am auditioning tons, and I'm going to be on TV this week, which is super exciting.
What are you going to be on?
What are you going to be on?
So I play America Ferrera's gay brother on Superstore.
Ooh.
And also I'm Nico Santos's character, Mateo. I'm his romantic interest as well. And so we shot a huge wedding episode, not our wedding, someone else's wedding. And it was a blast. And so that airs on Thursday night at 8. And I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but it's airing this week, and they just released a trailer for it. But I did a couple of episodes.
Will not tell.
What?
It's our secret. It's our secret.
It's a secret. The secret doesn't leave BroadwayCon.
3,004 of us. It's fine.
But I did 2 episodes of Nancy Drew on the CW, and
love Nancy Drew.
And those episodes air on Wednesday. So this Wednesday and next Wednesday, you can see not Tony nominee George Salazar. On
Future Tony nominee George Salazar.
There? Was I just mean to you?
Okay. Not mean.
George Salazar.
You were snubbed. You were robbed. There, I said it.
Thank you.
If you were a teenager at BroadwayCon, if you were little George Salazar, what show or actor or anything would you have been nerding out about?
Oh, the same actors that I still nerd about. Oh, you mean like actors now, or just
if BroadwayCon existed when you were 16, what show would you have dressed up as a character as? What actor would you have wanted to meet? I know what I think your answer is, but you should answer.
I probably wouldn't have been in cosplay because I would be stalking Norbert Leo Butz and Sherry Renee Scott. And if I was dressed as Grisabella, they'd spot me and then probably have me escorted off the premises.
That's a perfect answer.
Awesome. Well, thank you, George, so much.
But also Eden Espinosa and the cast of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, George.
Thank you.
George.
Have a good one,
With
guys.
us.
I love you, BroadwayCon.
Norbert Leo Butz story. So Norbert Leo Butz is my favorite actor of all time. Dead. I've passed him on the street, my knees buckle. I've never met him. And we were at the playground, my husband and my daughter and I, and he was doing a show at Signature. And it was cold, and it was just me and Steve and Daisy and Norbert and his wife Michelle and their daughter I think, walked in, and it was just us. And our kids started playing, and then we started talking, and Steve was looking at me like, just girl, be cool. And I was just playing it so cool. I was playing it so cool. And we talked for 5 minutes, and as we were leaving, I turned, and this is a thing I've said about him in my brain that saying it out loud sounded way less cool. I went, you're the Beatles to me. And he didn't know what I meant. And then it was super awkward. I was like, bye, Norbert Leo Butz.
We have our next friend ready, and they are ready. They are festive.
They don't know who you are, so this is a big guessing game.
They don't?
Not you.
Oh.
I can't see you yet.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, no. That's how I understood it.
So they're going to guess based on the sound of your voice.
So say something loudly to the audience so they can guess based on your voice.
Hey, everyone. Okay.
Tell them a show that you've done that is a show that you love that you appeared in.
Well, should I say like a line from the show?
Yeah.
It's about time, don't you think?
I'll have you know that right before you actually said that, somebody screamed out your name.
Also, that was a great line. Good pick.
That was a good one, right?
And now they can see you. And that festive.
Hey,
Ladies and
everyone.
gentlemen, Brandon Uranowitz.
Look at
Yay.
this wig.
I know, you're really dressing down these days.
Where are you?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
you know, I'm really feeling my oats for BroadwayCon this year.
Are you cosplaying as like
Little Orphan Annie, yeah.
Happy
Year's
on
Eve.
New Year's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I figured I would do, what's the one that Britney Spears did? Reckless? What was it called?
The movie?
No, the show. What was it called?
Oh, Ruthless.
Ruthless.
Oh.
I'm in Ruthless.
I love that. Brandon, you would love that show if you don't know it. Everyone go home and listen to Ruthless.
I know some of it, I think.
Yeah, it's fun. Laura Bell Bundy was also in it. Where are you? What are you up to?
I'm at my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, you're about to do an awesome show this season. That's an amazing not a new musical, but a revival of a musical. Tell us about it.
I'm doing Assassins.
Woohoo!
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. It's with John Doyle, Stephen Pasquale, Judy Kuhn, Wesley Taylor, Ethan Slater. Like it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
Heard of them. You guys should all go get tickets because the theater that it's at is amazing and intimate, and you could hear about it at BroadwayCon and snatch those tickets before they're gone, man.
Yeah,
what is
they're gonna go fast, and it's a small theater.
Besides for Assassins, tell us what your favorite Sondheim musical is.
That's such a hard question. They're all good. I mean, it's like a it's like a toss up between Sweeney and Sunday in the Park.
Yeah.
What's your dream
Thank you
role?
for your
if you
support.
could do any role in anything, what would it be?
Any role in anything?
Yeah.
A Sondheim show or anything?
Anything.
Okay, well, this won't be a surprise, but Leo Frank in Parade. Thank you.
Can I ask you a non-Broadway question?
Please, I would love that.
How do you manage that hair? What do you do with it? It's so gorgeous.
Wait, this hair or this
Yeah, it's a
hair?
wig.
No, the real one. The stuff on your head, that hair.
I mean, both, to be honest.
I use, one of my pals, Sharon, from the band's visit. Yes, thank you. Yes, I will tell her you love her. She steered me towards this product called Ouidad, and they have a leave-in conditioner that is like literally the size of this lamp. I go through like one of those a month, but it's mostly just leave-in conditioner, to be honest.
That's been a theme at BroadwayCon today.
Yeah, lots of hair
Lot of
care
hair
tips
care.
at BroadwayCon this year.
Can I ask you?
I thought it was leave-in conditioner. That's fine.
Can I ask you a gay question?
Ugh, please.
Hey, girl.
Hey, hun.
So if you remember the first time I got to interview you, I didn't really know anything about you. It was right after Falsettos, and we had never met. And I was waiting for you outside the elevator at Pearl, and you came out, and I did not know that you were gay. I didn't know until you walked out of the elevator. I was like, hey, girl. And then you came and sat down, and I was like, oh, I wasn't prepared. I want to talk to you about this, but I don't know if you want to talk about it. And I sort of like tiptoed towards like, can we talk LGBT stuff? And you're like, girl, what do you want to know? So we talked about like gay stuff, and I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like obsessed with like learning or understanding your journey to like just being out loud and proud in your career.
Oh, well, like, what do you want to know specifically? I mean, it was sort of one of those things where as I was starting my career and as I was starting to work, I was just hearing about a lot of people either not coming out or going like back into the closet in order to maintain some sort of like longevity, I guess, in their career. But like I came out in college before I really started working, and I sort of made a vow to myself that I would never, ever, ever live anything other than what was my truth, I guess. And so, like, I refused to go back into the closet. And like, I'm not gonna lie, it's caused like a roadblock or two, but the like happiness I have in my life and the support system I have around me is worth more than any of those like single jobs that wouldn't cast me because I was gay.
Yeah, and like those Tony nominations don't hurt.
What'd you say?
I said, and like those Tony nominations don't hurt, because it seems
No,
like
no,
they don't hurt. They're good.
pretty helpful.
It
They're
seems
kinda
like
helpful.
you have had such a successful career playing non-gay parts, you know, and like like, has that been a surprise to you?
Yeah, actually, because it seems you would think it would be the other way around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was shocking to me, especially because in film and TV, if you're it used to be that if you were gay, you couldn't play anything. You couldn't play straight or gay. And so I just think it's a testament to the sort of like open warmth and generosity and like acceptance of the theater community that they just sort of let me tell a story regardless of who I am on the street. Do you know what I mean?
You're amazing.
Thank you so
You're
much.
amazing.
Thank you, Brandon.
Wait, do we
you
have to
next
say goodbye
fun.
already? Oh, bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, Brandon.
Love all of
We
you.
love you. Oh, sorry.
What are you sorry about?
I just have so many gay questions, you
This is
guys.
the
I'm
right
sorry.
place.
Okay, good.
It's BroadwayCon.
Yeah, that's true.
We're all who we are here.
This next friend
I was like,
has a show coming up.
This
we
next
had it.
person's on
Right.
Broadway right now.
So they're gonna. So we've planned something. So this one, let me get it to full screen. We're just gonna actually, once this is all set, we're not. Yeah, this
You
person
can't
I have
see
a
this,
lot of
but-
things in common.
There are
Yeah,
props.
you're gonna.
We talked. Hold on one
know
second.
this person.
So we're actually gonna. So we can't see you quite yet. So let's actually go to video. So now we can see. So let's see who's on that side. Now we can see you over there. That's.
Oh my God, it's Figment!
It's Figment. So who would have Figment?
Figment is doing Tina. I don't know if you guys knew that, actually.
This is. You heard it here first.
It was a weird joke.
Say something so they can guess who you are.
It's Figment.
I think I see a sleeve. Do we see a
We
sleeve?
see a sleeve.
Oh, a
Oh.
sleeve.
Yeah!
Hey guys.
This is our dear friend Andrew Barth Feldman,
Sorry,
the
lip
one and
sync winner.
only lip sync winner from BroadwayCon.
woohoo!
And that will be how I
This is
refer
so
to him
weird.
forever.
So weird.
Andrew, what's going on at the music box tonight?
The same stuff as usual.
Andrew, okay,
A lot
so
of crying.
I don't know if who here has seen Andrew as Evan Hansen.
Oh,
I
that's
knew
nice.
that Andrew was very, very talented, but from moment one of Dear Evan Hansen, my brain exploded at just what an actor he is. Seriously, I've been talking about it all week. You have very little time to go see him in it, but I guarantee he'll be around. My question for you right now is like, how do you get ready for that? How do you get yourself into that space?
Yeah, it sort of changes from day to day. I think sometimes it's like I really need to like just sort of sit here by myself and not think about it, but just sort of isolate myself and be alone. And then sometimes it's really like checking in with everyone else. And like Gabby, who plays Zoe, like we have a check-in pretty much every day before the show. And sometimes I'll spend a lot of time there. Sometimes it'll be a minute. But it's sort of depending on what I need based on how emotional the day has been and how easily I feel that I can access that. And then of course, vocally, there's like a 30-minute warm-up that I do every day.
On the flip side, what are you going to miss the most about Dear Evan Hansen?
All of it. I mean, Evan, the most is what I'll miss. I love him so dearly. And then, of course, all these incredible people that I've gotten to meet and work with who are legends and some of the most brilliant folks in the biz. So it's been amazing. But I'm really excited to, like, eat pizza again.
And go to, where
go
are
to
you going to school?
I am going to Harvard in the fall.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Thank you, guys. Thank
Can we
you
call
so
you
much.
Elle Woods?
No.
Sorry, I know.
You've been called Elle
We're
Woods.
calling
though.
you Elle Woods now.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people have been. I appreciate it.
The most iconic Harvard grad of all time. Clearly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would say the only Harvard grad of all time. I don't think anyone else.
What are you planning on studying? Do you know yet?
Yeah, so I'm looking at studying theater, dance, and media, but mostly like writing and directing and dramaturgy and stuff. Sort of all the other stuff that. Yeah. Oh, was there cheering for that?
Yes,
I
there
couldn't
was.
hear.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Andrew actually has tell us about your really cool 54 Below show that's coming up.
Yeah, we're doing this Star Wars thing that my friend Adrian and I wrote in 8th grade. It's a musical. It's not very good, and that's like the bit. And while we're here, I guess I'll make a little announcement that we have a new special guest joining us. Will Rowland is going to be in it as C-3PO.
Wow.
Heard of him. I've heard of him.
Andrew,
Isn't
what
that
is?
exciting?
It is. That's cool.
Amazing.
Andrew, because you're in your dressing room, what is within reach that is one of the strangest or coolest things in your dressing room?
Actually, this was just gifted to me today.
Uh-oh.
It is a Darth Vader waffle maker. So
Have you?
That's
Okay,
probably
so
the weirdest. That's the weirdest thing.
Within
And I
reach.
just got that today.
so you had a lot of lines to learn for your job, and I'm curious if you've ever like been in like midway in a moment and been like, oh God, I'm not completely sure I know my next lines. Has that ever happened to you?
Last night, I came really close. It was the last scene of the show in the orchard, and I had this line that's like, they could have told everyone what I did, and I almost said they could have told everyone what I did. I came really close, and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? So yes is the answer. Yes, absolutely. But I've never forgotten a line where I've had to like just sit there and like live with the fact that I had no idea what to say, but I've like skipped full chunks of the scene before.
What are you going to take? You going to steal anything?
I think we're gifted the polo. I think we get the polo.
Oh, cool.
I have like 200 casts. 'Cause I have a lot of them. So that's probably all I need. Maybe I'll steal Jordan Fisher. We'll see.
Well, you and Jordan Fisher are going to be here tomorrow talking
We
about
are going to
this.
be there tomorrow.
Yes. When I saw
Yeah.
you earlier this week, you said that people were saying, it's your last day, it's going to be so busy, and you said, no, I cannot miss a BroadwayCon.
I can't. I've never done it, so I can't miss one now.
No.
I can't. I'm not ready to break that track record.
Nope, never. All right.
Well, Andrew, thank
Have
you
a great
so much.
show.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
brother. See you tomorrow.
He's so sweet, I can't even express it. It has
Are
not
you
gone
real
to
life
his
friends with
head.
him?
I am.
And how do you know him?
So Andrew and I met because he actually played Jeremy in a production of Be More Chill at his high school. Isn't that crazy? So he was just this very nice and talented boy who would come to Joe Iconic stuff that I was producing, and then he was Evan Hansen. It's amazing.
Wow.
Ooh, our next person's very eager and ready. Now, 1 second. So we're gonna guess who you are. Can you talk to us for a little bit?
Yes. Do I just talk?
Yeah.
And somebody will guess who it is?
Yep.
Do I say something? Is there anything specific that I should say?
Is there a favorite line from a show that you've been in that we love very much?
How about you shine?
Got it.
We got it. Hi, Christy.
Hi guys. I brought someone.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Where are you right now?
I'm in my apartment, just hanging out.
Just
How are you guys? How is BroadwayCon going?
You tell her. It's good. We're on day 2.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part of 2020 so far?
Oh my gosh, it's been like 3 days. Jeez Louise. Well, I guess New Year's was fun. Oh my gosh, you're really putting me on the spot. Well, you know what I've been doing? I've been waking up at 5 every morning and going to the gym and meditating. And I feel like 2020 kind of reminds me of like clarity. And 2020 is all about like pulling yourself together and being your best self every day. And I feel like I've spent every day of 2020 so far showing up for myself and like loving myself even more than before.
That was a great answer.
That was a really
What
good
Can
answer.
I ask you about meditation? Which app are you using? Or are you using an app?
What meditation app?
Yeah. Do you use one? Yeah.
Yes, I use the one that's just called meditation.
Oh, interesting. I have like 5, and none of them are called meditation.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you a literal game changer, and I can't say it fully out loud, but you know the echo? Does everybody have the echo? And you say the word that starts with an A? Because if I say it, it's going to like go on my mind right now. So I always say play meditation music, and it is my favorite thing. And honestly, I just have meditation music going on throughout my room 24/7. Like it's just constantly playing. And if ever you would just want to like zen out and just relax or feel like there's like a movie soundtrack happening throughout your life, just have meditation music on.
Good advice.
Christy, will you? I know you're getting ready for a new musical this spring. The
Yes.
Wanderer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm doing this new musical, which I actually did a workshop for last year called The Wanderer. And it's such a beautiful piece about this amazing songwriter, performer, musician named Dion, who wrote the song Run Around Sue. He also wrote the song The Wanderer and tons of other beautiful songs. And I'm going to be playing the part of Sue, ironically, just like the part I played in Carrie. And not like her, but her name. And she's basically Dion's girlfriend that turns into Dion's wife. And it's really funny because Dion's current wife is Sue. So we're playing real life characters, and it's really just, it's such a beautiful piece. I don't want to give too much away. I think you have to see it. But it's so moving, and it just makes you cry. It makes you laugh. It's everything.
I have a question that's maybe a little weird, but it's something I'm always like, I'm so fascinated by this. What are the responsibilities of a leading lady or a leading man when you're leading a company? Not so much for like, what is your responsibility to the company and the energy of the show and the space? Like, how do you manage that as a leading lady?
So the way that I've always thought of it is it's definitely a thing. When you are leading a company, you are leading, and you should take it seriously. I've always felt that the cream rises to the top in a way that, like, if you're leading a company and you lead with love and excitement and just like warmth, that's what I've always done. Is anytime I've been lucky enough to be a lead, I've led with love, and I think it trickles down throughout the whole company. And when the person who has the most lines is the person who's not missing shows and excited to be there and pulling everybody in and encouraging the team, then there's more like opportunity for everyone else to go, well, if Christy can do it, so can I. Like, we can all do it. We can all have positivity. And, you know, those days when it's like an 8-show week and we've had press all, you know, throughout the week as well, and we're all exhausted, you know, to just see that, like, I mean, but that's anyone. Like, anyone can do that, from whether you're in the ensemble or you are a lead. But I think that when you're a lead, people tend to look at you to like set the precedent. And I know when I did Anastasia, one of the things I always did was, I didn't have to do this, but I opened up my room to anyone who wanted to come in at any time. And so I did that. And I also, you know, you don't have to do this, but I would buy food for the cast constantly. And I had like basically a candy area where if anyone needed food, they could come in and have candy. Because we didn't have a green room at the Broadhurst. And I basically made my room the green room.
Amazing. Thank you for that great answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Christy, we miss you here, but we hope to see you soon.
Yes, I love you guys so much. It's so beautiful to see all your wonderful faces. And thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting this new adventure I'm about to go on. And I love you all so much. And I hope you guys are having a great time at BroadwayCon. It's such an amazing time for everyone to come out and support Broadway. And yeah, thank you.
Thank
you.
Hope to see you next year.
Love you guys.
She is like a little ball of light. It's just wonderful.
So,
She's so
our
s-
next
she's
friend
just so light.
is almost at half hour
Boy.
for her show, and it's a national tour. Ooh.
Guesses?
It's a good guess.
Yes.
Similar hair color sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. They can't see you yet. We're so
Okay.
excited.
Yes.
They have already.
Didn't even say anything.
That was a great guess.
I think that's the same person.
Hi, Janet.
Jennifer, hi.
Got
How's
a
your
picture on the screen. There's Janet.
Janet, how is your show going so far?
Oh my God, it's so great.
Where are you right now?
We are in Atlanta, Georgia, at the fabulous Fox Theater.
Yeah. Some cheers.
What's your favorite part of the show to perform so far in the band's visit?
Oh my goodness, it changes every night. Like, the audiences are such an integral part of this whole process and experience. And, where they're tuned in is where things sort of get amplified. And so really it changes. And the show is still pretty new for me. So there are so many moments that are still being discovered and, worked through and explored. So it's so fun.
I have to ask this. I was gonna hope we had time. Tell us a favorite memory from Good Vibrations.
Yes, well, let's do
I'm
this.
gonna make you. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I'm very excited.
Flashback. So I don't know if it's a favorite memory so much as a kind of a traumatizing memory. And the reason I say that is because we were in show mode during the dead of winter during some pretty intense snowstorms. And because we were in bikinis for the show, we have to work out. And I just remember us like constantly doing crunches. That's like what's most ingrained in my memory from that show.
Wow.
Is there any part of the country or any specific city you're really looking forward to seeing on tour?
Oh my God, absolutely. So I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and we're going to be there this summer. And I'm super excited about that, mostly because my godmother, who's 82 years old, has never seen me perform, and she can't fly. So she's finally going to see me perform.
Goodness.
Wonderful.
How long are you guys in LA?
We're there almost a month.
So everybody you know is going to come and see.
Yes, everybody I know growing up, family, friends, relatives. Yeah, I'm super psyched about LA.
What's your favorite and worst part about being on tour?
Well, it's new. It's my first time touring.
Yeah.
So far so good, I have to say. So far, the only thing that kind of sticks out to me is that we're, constantly changing beds and pillows. And so not having like the comfort of what your bed feels like on a nightly basis does kind of affect you physically. But it's so much fun. The cast is so great. We're having a great time. And my honey retired and is on tour with me. So that's like a huge perk. It's been really great to share this experience with him so far.
Amazing.
And Janet, we're all very excited for the big movie this summer of In the Heights. Did you have any hand in the movie?
Well, I'm not in the movie, but my voice is on the soundtrack.
That's right.
A bunch of us have been asked to come back and sing like the ensemble parts for the movie, and it was so magical being a part of that, just revisiting the music and sharing that experience with, basically that's my family. So for us to go into the booth and explore those songs and those harmonies, it's like flashbacks. Every line is connected to a memory. So we're like looking at each other while our like moments come up.
No, the house is open. House is open.
The house is open.
Whoops.
Do you guys do Dollar Fridays on tour?
We do Dollar Fridays.
Have you ever won?
I have not won Dollar Friday.
What's a
We
Dollar
also
Friday?
have Sticker Sundays, which are kind of fun.
What is it?
Sticker Sundays.
What happens on that?
So one of our assistant stage managers comes by and she's like, for example, last week was, do you want a Marvel comic sticker or do you want a Star Wars sticker? And then you gotta like choose who you're most affiliated with. So things like that. It's super fun.
I love it. What would you do with your winnings if you ever won Dollar Friday?
What would I do with my winnings?
Do you guys know what Dollar Friday is?
I have no idea.
So Dollar Friday, if you tell me if I'm wrong, but it's like everybody in like the cast and crew puts in $1 and then you write your name on it and then they pick a name out. Can you imagine getting like the dollar that has like Janet DeCall written on it, like is change at CVS or something? But and then they pick out the thing and then the person wins, right? Okay. So what would you do with your winnings?
If I won, I would probably donate it to some the Hispanic Federation.
You're such a good person. I'm slightly disappointed in your answer.
Janet!
I was like, open bar for the cast?
What was that?
What was the first Broadway show that you ever saw?
the first show that I ever saw traveling, I was in LA and I saw Les Mis on tour. And I must have been like 11. And funny enough, I think Olga Meredith was on that tour, who I ended up working with in the Heights. It's like so crazy. Yeah.
Amazing.
Really neat.
Well, you've got
Happening over there.
We want to let you get to your show. We heard the stage manager yelling at you. We should probably let you go. We don't want you to get in trouble. But thank you, Janet. We miss you here.
Worries. Thank you guys so much for calling in. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Oh, wait, I want to let you guys know really quick. So I'm releasing an album. It's called My Standards. It's coming out within the next month. So look for it. It's American Standards with Cuban arrangements. And it's so good, you guys.
I'm so excited.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing.
We will all get it.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Janet.
much,
Good.
Janet.
All right, guys, enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Yeah, she's insanely beautiful.
Okay, we've got time for one more.
One more. Very special.
Are you guys having fun?
Okay, without any actual clue, who do you think this last person is?
Who'd they say?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Say something to the BroadwayCon audience. They can't see
Wait,
you yet.
they're all there? They can see me? Hello.
I think they know.
You're supposed to be on this side of the screen.
Thank you. Hi.
This
Sorry.
side. Come through the screen, Anthony. Come through the screen.
Speak.
If I were at my actual...
Anthony, you're frozen.
I'm
He doesn't
frozen?
know.
I'm on Wi-Fi.
Anthony Rapp and Frozen, I would see that.
I would absolutely see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Phone number.
He did not like that idea, and he hung up.
Well, thank you to whoever took his number off the screen. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
Okay, on the count of three, just shout out what your favorite Anthony Rapp project is. 1, 2, 3.
Man.
I wanted that to sound like chaos for the variety. That was kind of the idea. Oops.
Wait. I think it's still frozen.
Anthony in profile.
That's a cute pic.
I
Have
know.
bone structure like that.
He does not age.
It's
He
true.
does not age.
I'm
Yell
on
at him about
Wi-Fi.
it. Hello.
It's a lovely profile.
We now have your profile photo, Anthony, but it's okay. Keep talking.
We can hear you.
What are you doing?
It's working okay. Are you there?
We're here.
Can you
We're
hear me?
here.
Switching to
Yeah.
No. Okay. Technical difficulties. It's okay. Would you say test 1, 2, 3? Yeah, we'll just do a little rinsing along until we get him.
Jen Tepper, what's your favorite Anthony Rapp project?
Oh my God, I could never pick, honestly. I know that it's like I should say Rent, and it is Rent, but like I could never pick. He's done so many amazing shows.
Yeah, I've seen him in some weird stuff over the years too, like interesting stuff, you know, like workshops and things like that. If Then is one of my favorites. That was gone too soon.
So much.
The song that he sings in If
Ain't No Man
Then,
Manhattan.
yeah,
Big.
no, the other one, the other one.
Love
They're
They're all amazing.
Ain't No Man Manhattan is wonderful, but I was thinking of the one that did.
You guys haven't read it though. Anthony's book and his album. That's
Oh my
released
God.
are unbelievable. They're called Without
So
You.
good.
So good.
He went to high school with Andy Dick, you guys.
Did.
And he talks about it in his book. I was obsessed with his book.
Yeah, it's better.
works.
It's better.
We were just talking about how great your book and album
We
are.
love your book so much.
Thank you. Who is this other? I don't know who all is there.
It's
who's
Patrick.
there?
It's
Jen Tepper, Patrick.
Patrick and David.
I'm the loud gay
Oh,
guy
hi.
you get to see once a year. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Anthony, where are you at? What are you up to?
I'm in Toronto. I'm in the middle of, towards the end of season 3 of Star Trek Discovery, and I had to work really hard yesterday, and I have to work really hard Monday, and they have a moratorium on traveling within 24 hours of having to be at work because of the weather possibilities in the winter, as we know from BroadwayCon history.
Yeah.
That can be something.
That's why we're all here.
And you got stranded here the
yes.
first year, and you had to miss Adina's last show in If Then because you got stranded here, which sucks.
I know.
So,
I know.
Anthony, 4 years ago at this last time is when the Forever Evergreen Send Us Pizza Patty moment happened.
Yes.
This year, she sent us a video of herself from company rehearsals, and she was eating pretzels. So it was like, bring us pretzels, Patty. So one of these days, Anthony, one of these days, she's going to come out with every type of junk food starting with P, just right onto our stage. I just thought I'd tell you.
Pistachios.
Pistachios, yeah. Pizza rolls.
Popcorn?
Popcorn, I guess that's pizza. Popcorn, anyway. What are you most looking forward to seeing on Broadway when you get back over here?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what's happening. I hear rumors of things happening, but I don't know if they're actually opening or if they're just workshops. I feel so out of the loop.
Jen knows.
Yeah.
I don't know what Anthony is going to pick, though. I don't know.
Well, so it's not on Broadway yet, but I think it might come to Broadway. My brother Adam is writing the book for the musical adaptation of The Outsiders. It's going to be at the Goodman in the spring or in the summer. So
amazing.
I hope that winds up, being good and then comes to Broadway, but that's down the road.
Anthony's brother Adam, who's written 4,072 books and many plays. He's amazing and prolific, and it's really great to see him come to Broadway.
Anthony, what else are you excited for in 2020? Something.
That's a leading question. I'm getting married.
Yay!
Yes, you are.
So we're having all kinds of planning. It's a thing. If you ever get married, it's a thing.
They're asking if they're invited. The whole room.
Can everyone come?
Sure.
Do it at BroadwayCon. No, I'm vetoing that one. I'm sorry.
I love BroadwayCon. I love you all, but no.
Jen and I were talking about how much we both loved your book a minute ago when we were having the technical difficulties. So I have a billion questions. Number one of my favorite parts of your book is you talking about working at Starbucks.
Yeah.
So I want to know the location and if you could still make a caramel macchiato if you had to.
We didn't have caramel macchiato. It was like the earliest days of Starbucks. So we had like basic. I could draw a good espresso shot.
Wow. Okay.
I know how to tamp it down. But it was like it was like 2nd Avenue and like 81st Street or something like that. But I honestly don't remember. There were like 3 locations in the whole city. Can you imagine?
I know. Also, I remember in the book you talk about rollerblading to your Rent audition. Do you still rollerblade?
Yes. I haven't in a while because I actually have a clause in my contract. I have to not do things that are like high risk physical things like rollerblading in city streets.
No Xanadu for you, Anthony.
Yes.
No.
God, I have so many. Will you write another book? I think that we need an update on everything that's happened since.
Wow. I'm actually writing a story for an anthology. So that's the first time I've dipped my toe in the writing waters, other than like social media posts in a lot of years. So maybe.
All right, last question. I've walked past Daphne Rubin Vega on the street 4 times. I've never stopped and said hi. Do I have your permission to do it next time?
Of course.
I do?
She's so nice.
Okay. All right, fine.
Anthony, what video games are you playing now?
I've been having fun with Borderlands 3.
Nice. Still haven't played that one. I know you keep you tell me to like literally every time.
It's very cartoonish silliness.
Okay.
I'm
on my 25th playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, wait. Will you tell the people about your legendary poker night?
Oh, yeah.
That's a Broadway.
It's like a legendary thing that you do.
BroadwayCon sponsored the table.
It does.
Felts, we call them.
Oh yeah.
So BroadwayCon, yeah, it's an unofficial Broadway poker league. I mean, it's we can't get the Broadway producers to say yes, you can have this poker league, but it's our Broadway poker league.
And
it takes place on Thursday nights, late enough for people who work in the theater to play. And it's been going strong for 5 years now.
5 years, yeah.
And my friend Zach is the one who runs it in my stead
since
I can't be there to run it.
Which fun story? He edits West Wing Weekly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and another fun story about that is back when BroadwayCon was just a dream we were both having, I would go to poker night to play poker and hang out with Anthony, but also secretly get lots and lots of contacts for BroadwayCon. Not a joke, and that's how Matt Doyle came to be part of it, and a lot of people said yes over poker, and that's why when they said, hey, would you buy our felts? I was like, yes, we will buy your felts for...
Yes. I'm very proud that BroadwayCon sponsored our felts.
Well, Anthony, we miss
I'm
you.
sorry that I can't be there.
We miss you.
We miss you. I truly only get to be super loud in front of you once a year, so I guess we'll have to do it next year.
Okay. All right.
Listen, being in Star Trek is one of the very few very good reasons to miss BroadwayCon.
I agree.
Yeah.
How are the Star Trek fans different from the Broadway fans?
They're very similar, honestly. There's a lot of Venn diagram crossover of especially Rent and Star Trek fandom. Because both pieces of art talk about the aspirations of being our best selves and how we create community in the face of tough circumstances, and how do we make the best choices and all that. They really both do that. So it's crazy that I get to be a part of both universes. It's wild.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. I can't even do that and can never do it. Thing.
Oh.
Well, that's our party
Thank
line.
you guys for coming to the Blizzard party line.
We did it.
Stick around. We've got some trivia and then game night.
Yeah.
I love game night.